Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little video. Oh, sorry about that. I'm making here for you. It is a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 wish list, and this is if they were to make a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 video game. This is what I would personally want out of it. I'm going to be covering my basic thoughts on whether or not they're going to make another Call of Duty game, whether it be another Advanced Warfare type, like one like those, like it has like a name to it, like we had Ghosts, like Call of Duty, like Fallen Land or something like that. Like that'd be an okay name for it actually. But if let's say I don't really Modern Warfare and stuff, I like all Call of Duty games, but I think that if they were to make another one, I would personally make a Black Ops 3, and I would not have this here logo for it with the three orange lines, but I would have a better logo for it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about whether or not I think that they're going to make another Call of Duty game, and I think that the chances are slim. I think that the chances are pretty slim. If you disagree, then please leave in the comments and tell me why. But I do think that the chances are slim, and I also think that sometime in the foreseeable future, it is going to become an Xbox exclusive. So that's a little sad for Sony fans like me. But I also think that they're going to take the route that Battlefield took and completely take out local multiplayer, and that is going to suck a lot for players like me and Godzilla 5.0, because he doesn't have a PlayStation 4. We just always play local. So let's hope that they keep it for all consoles, and let's hope that they keep in that local multiplayer, because that is a feature that I don't think they realize that a lot of people use. Now, you're probably thinking, at this point, what could they do? And I'm not saying bring back jetpacks. I'm definitely not saying keep your exosuits, because we're going back to now, the present. We're not in the future anymore. And so here's what's going to happen. I don't want any jetpack exosuit things. Maybe like a jetpack perk or something, or upgrade, but maybe even a game mode that lets you play like team deathmatch and domination with like the exosuit for the players who really liked Advanced Warfare. But other than that, I think just keep it normal, kind of like Ghost and Black Ops 2 and all the other games. So now I'm going to go through the first gun right here. I know the image is pretty small, but that's what happens with most of these. But right here, this is I have the name on my phone. Let me look it up quick. This is I think it's like the 2-something. Let's look here. The Olympics Arm K2P 4P, and then we have so yeah, this is what this would be. As you can see, the back end kind of has like the little grip on that. Obviously, they'd either take that out or turn it into a Call of Duty saying on it or something, and then they would have the strap on it, but your character wouldn't be wearing the strap. It'd be dangling off the gun, and it'd have physics, because that's something I love when a gun has physics in a video game. And on the front, the silencer would be attachable, detachable, of course. So would the scope and a grip for it and an extended mag, and maybe even rapid fire, as we could see on the side of the gun there. But yeah. So this would be a gun. I'm yet to see them use a gun, this exact gun, in one of their games. I'm not sure if they do have. Leave it in the comments. But the next gun is a gun that I don't ever recall Call of Duty ever using a gun of this type. A little snub-nosed gun here. And I don't ever recall them using a gun of this type ever in any Call of Duties. But as we can see here, it says off-duty on the little tip of the gun there. But they should change that to on-duty or something like that. But this is like the sound of this gun going off, like the poof, like it's just like the perfect blend of like powerful but small at the same time, and then it'll just hit the target. Like if it hits them in the back, it'll just completely take out a chunk of their back with like the blood and everything. That would look great for a Call of Duty game. This could have a laser pointer on it, maybe the little map microphone thing that they had in Advanced Warfare, a grip, obviously, a lot of different customizable skins for the two guns I've shown. But other than that, you know, I'd really want them to put in their own types of gun, like even a musket or something, just for like randomness and stuff. And the day one could be like the previous pack, and it has guns from the old games, such as like the signature gun in Black Ops 2, or the starting pistol in Call of Duty Ghost, the maybe even the Honey Badger from Call of Duty Ghost, or like from Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, that Sonic shotgun. I know it's not too powerful, but you know, they can make it powerful. They can buff it up. And, you know, that would be like their day one exclusives. Now I'm going to go on to 4 maps that I have, you know, thought up here. And, of course, they'd have more than 4 maps. I'd say about 6 maps for the starter game. You know, 6 maps for the starter game. I don't know what they'd do for 2 of those. Maybe like a basketball court or like a football field or something for 1. And then like, oh, I don't even know. Like, I really thought that the outer space level at the beginning of Call of Duty Ghosts was pretty cool. So maybe like a close corridors, outer space, zero gravity, quiet bullet type level. Anyways, let's go on to my first one though, and it is the Atlas Corporation. Now, there's a level in the main campaign where you're walking around Atlas. You're walking around the testing grounds of Atlas, and you go and you learn how to shoot and all that before you go into the little simulation where you gotta go save the president. You're in this big Atlas facility with the outside and the inside, and you know, that could be a cool multiplayer map to fight in and stuff like that. Like, I just think that that'd be a pretty cool area, you know, that you could play around in, plus it'd be a nudge to Advanced Warfare, so that would be pretty cool in my opinion. We're gonna go on to our next one here, which is a bank. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Battlefield Hardline, just the beta came out a couple days ago. The main level in that was a bank. But, you know, all these shooters, they're a lot alike. So if Call of Duty just used bank, that's not a trademark. They could use the bank. They could redesign the bank, whereas the bank in Battlefield looked just like the bank in Payday. The big bank in Payday. And, or they can use a more skyscraper-ish bank, kind of like the one shown in the picture here. And, you know, it could be, you know, jumping out windows, shooting out the windows, even working elevators, like going on the roof, going at the bottom of the bank, in the vault type thing. That would be so cool for a little war thing, you know, just a little bank map. And you don't even have to go outside of the bank, maybe like on the outside street of the bank, but, you know, the bank could be so tall of a high skyscraper that there could be floor after floor after floor. That would be pretty cool to me. Excuse me. The next one, a WWE type wrestling match here, and I chose this picture because of, you know, it just kind of represented it the best with like the couple level up higher like little balcony things, and you could see in the top left corner the rows of seats back there and stuff, and this could just be, you know, another cool idea for a Call of Duty map, a wrestling ring. Let's go on to my last map idea, which is the sewers. Now, very close combat, very dark, very eerie type situation, where around any corner could be an enemy. You know, this is the map that shotgun guys are going to like the most and snipers are going to hate the most. So, yeah, this is going to be a really cool map. You know, you can camp, there'll be like dead ends everywhere. It'll be more or less Dishonored themed sewer line type areas, but this would be pretty cool. Not much room to move around, you know, constant panic, you know, little hidden areas where you could add some Easter eggs and like the sewer grate bottom things here, you know, that'd be pretty cool. So let me go over now. So on the Atlas Corporation map, you would most likely want to use an assault rifle would be best for this, whereas a knife would probably be the worst, as it's a big open area. Going on to the bank, either an Uzi or a knife would be nice in here. It's a very close combat, very, you know, quick action, to push the button once and they're dead type area. Whereas I feel that assault rifles would do the worst in here. Alright, and then this here wrestling arena, I think snipers would like a lot to hide in the top balconies, and they could even add a big roof area with like the ventilation shafts and stuff, and people in the ventilation shafts, and snipers would like this map, whereas Uzis and shotguns would probably fare pretty bad in this map here. And then as for the sewers, I already said, but shotguns and knives would be great down here, where assault rifles and Uzis would be kind of okay, and snipers would have no chance. So, you know, that'd be a kind of cool idea, and having like two people shoot off their RPG at the same time in the sewer, and it just explodes this huge part of the sewer, and all you could see is this big light at the end of the sewer. That'd be pretty awesome. Now, the map things that happen, you know how there's always something special that happens in a Call of Duty map, such as the tsunami in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So for this big here Atlas Corporation, the roof would open up, and random missiles would fly out. Now this would have to be activated by a certain player, and random missiles would fly out, and if they struck your own team, they didn't do anything, but if they struck enemy players, it would obviously kill them, and they would just fly out all over the map in random points. Now, the bank, the random event for this can be kind of Battlefield style, whereas let's say you make a 10-story building, 5 of those stories fall down and collapse into the street next to you, and then that becomes part of the map, like the rubble of the top 5 stories of the bank falling off. So, you know, thinking that it is a skyscraper type bank area. That, or you can have the security go off in the bottom level with a bunch of vaults and stuff, and security cameras with mounted guns will start shooting, and like tripwires will come on the floor and stuff like that. That would be pretty cool. Alright, for the wrestling one, I'm not really sure. Maybe the ventilation shaft can all break and fall off the roof and cause a little bit of damage to players on the ground, but just drop the people up in the air far down, you know. I'm not exactly sure how they'd work for this one. It definitely needs some thinking. And then the last one, the sewers, can have something, you know, that'd be kind of cool, which is, oh, by the way, this, it just happens if players shoot their rocket launchers at certain parts of the building. This happens, like randomly halfway through the map with the ventilation shaft, and then this would also happen halfway through the map where a couple sewer grates start opening, leading to new areas of the map, but alligators would crawl out, and you'd actually have to shoot and kill the alligators, and they'd be on their own little team. They would kill anybody in sight, and the alligators or crocodiles or whatever you want to call them would kind of hide in the mud and stuff, and they'd, you know, you'd probably think, well, you know, Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty don't really do good with animals, but they could kind of just, you know, really retexture and reshape the dogs down to the point where it looks like a crocodile, but it basically does the same thing as dogs, and that would be pretty cool also. So, you know, these are really my ideas. You know, I really hope that Activision or Sledgehammer or whoever's using it right now, Call of Duty title, they pick this up and they use my ideas, and if they do, I would like a little bit of credit from them, please. Maybe a video or in the trailer or something, or even at the end credits, just at the very end saying thank you, or a shout out on Twitter or anything, just to acknowledge that they did get this from me. I am letting them use this idea. If they do not use it for me, I will make sure that the world is linked back to this video and they are exposed. But I trust that they will give me some credit. Anyways, back to this here image. And 15 minutes is up, but that's okay because I could keep talking because this isn't like a timed video or anything. So these are my ideas. You know, there really isn't much left to say. Obviously, they need to add more maps. They need to improve a bunch of other guns and stuff, put a bunch of other guns, really make players get into it. And as for the main single-player storyline, I think it'd be kind of cool to add, you know, you're not at war. It's not a war-based game. It becomes a war-based game later on, though. Whereas it starts out, you're like a thief mugging somebody in an alley with a gun, and the police show up, and you have a shootout with the police, and that's how you learn how to shoot. And you end up running out all the way, far, far away, you know, becoming an outlaw somewhere, and then it ends up that that's a war battleground, and you quickly run to one side and you're shooting at soldiers, and then you realize that you were shooting at American soldiers, and you become wanted by the American soldiers, and then you can't go and talk to the other countries because you're American yourself, and then it becomes kind of like you find like a band of, like, you know, whatever they're called, rebels or whatever, and then you fight alongside them and build up their army, and then, you know, in the multiplayer you could play somebody's, the American army or whatever will be fighting in this game, Korean army versus the rebels here, and that would be pretty cool. So, yeah, I just wanted to put out my ideas out there. Thanks everybody for watching. This is my first wish list video, so thanks, subscribe, like, and have a good day. Bye.